802,000 GitHub stars. That is what these 12 free courses are worth together. And between them, they cover every single skill an AI engineer gets paid for in 2026. But here is the problem: open them in the wrong order, and you will quit by week 2, because 3 of these are graduate level hard. By the end of this video, you will have the exact order that works, what is actually inside each one, and the 3 you can safely skip. I opened all 12 today and pulled every number you are about to see straight from GitHub. So, nothing here is guesswork. Here is the trap. Starring a repo feels like progress, so people star all 12, start with the hardest one, stall, and quietly give up. And one honest thing before we start: stars measure how many people found a course, not how well it teaches. So the order I'm about to give you does not come from star counts. It comes from what each repo itself says you need to know before you start it. 12 repos, 6 levels. Level 1, Foundations. Microsoft's Generative AI for Beginners. 118,000 stars. 21 numbered lessons. And here is the number that matters. 9 of those 21 lessons are build lessons where you ship actual code: text apps, chat apps, search apps, image apps. This is your level 1 because it assumes nothing. One tip from someone who has been through it: do not grind lessons 1 through 5 in order. Jump to lesson 4, Prompt Engineering Fundamentals, then straight into lesson 6, where you build your first app. Momentum first, theory as you need it. Level 2, Prompting for Real. The Prompt Engineering Guide by DAR is 77,000 stars, and it is the reference: techniques, papers, notebooks, even a full lecture. Full honesty: this repo has not been touched since March. That is fine here, because the fundamentals it teaches have not moved. But treat it as a reference you read, not a course you complete. One afternoon, skimming the techniques section upgrades every single thing you build after this point. Level 3 is where you stop using AI and start understanding it. Sebastian Rashka's LLMs from scratch. 103,000 stars, 7 chapters, 5 appendices, 66 notebooks, and by the end, you have built a working GPT-style model in PyTorch with your own hands. Attention, training, fine-tuning, all of it typed by you. This is the single most respected course on this list among working engineers. And it is the one that turns interviews from scary into easy. Then it's graduation exam, nanochat, by Andrei Karpathy. 57,000 stars for what he calls the best chat GPT that $100 can buy. One small readable code base that goes all the way from raw data to a chatbot you trained yourself. Here is the secret though: you do not have to spend the $100. The whole repo is only about 50 files. Just reading it after Rashka's course is the moment the entire pipeline clicks. If this map helps, hit subscribe because it is free, and to back the work, hit join here or the supporter button on Facebook. And now, level 4, agents. Level 4, agents. The skill everyone is hiring for right now. Start with Hugging Faces Agents course. 31,000 stars, 5 core units plus 3 bonus units, and it ends with a real certified final project, not just a quiz. Small flag for honesty: it has been quiet for about 7 weeks, but the units are complete, and they are still the cleanest structured on-ramp into agents that exists for free. Then, make it stick with Near Diamant's Gen AI Agents collection. Nearly 24,000 stars and 54 complete notebook tutorials, from your first simple agent up to multi-agent systems that critique each other's work. This is not a course you read, it is a gym. Pick a tutorial, run it, break it, rebuild it. Level 5, ship something real. Awesome LLM Apps is the biggest repo on this entire list. 133,000 stars. And it is a warehouse of working finished applications. 16 starter agents, plus whole wings for RAG, voice agents, MCP agents, and multi-agent teams. And I want to prove how fast this is. So let's actually do it. I cloned the repo, picked one starter agent, installed it, and here it is running on my machine. A real working AI app from clone to running in minutes, not weeks. Every project in here works like this. Copy it, run it, then bend it into your own idea. And while you build, keep the two cookbooks open in the next tab. The OpenAI cookbook, 75,000 stars, 270 notebooks. And the Claude cookbooks from Anthropic, nearly 52,000 stars, 98 notebooks covering agent SDKs, extended thinking, and evals. These are not courses, and you should not study them like courses. They are recipe boxes. When you are stuck on a feature, somebody already wrote your solution in there. Level 6 is optional, and this is where I save some of you months. The annotated deep learning papers repo, 67,000 stars, more than 60 landmark papers, implemented line by line with the explanation sitting right next to the code. And mathematics for machine learning, the entire university textbook, the full PDF, sitting free inside the repo. Neither has moved recently. And for the math book, that is because it is finished. It is a complete published textbook, not an abandoned project. But hear me, you do not need either of these to get hired building AI apps. Skip them until a specific problem drags you back, and then they are gold. One more, and it is the wild card. AI Engineering from Scratch by Rohit, 47,000 stars. And it is the one repo here that tries to be the entire degree by itself. 20 phases, from phase 0 setup all the way to phase 19 capstone projects, with a placement quiz that tells you exactly where to start based on what you already know. If juggling 11 repos sounds exhausting and you want one single track to grind, this is that track. Everyone else, use it as your gap filler. So here is the whole map on one screen. Screenshot this. Foundations. Microsoft's 21 lessons, starting at lesson 4. Prompting, the DAW guide, one afternoon. Internals, Rashka, then read nanochat. Agents, Hugging Face, then Near Diamant's 54 tutorials. Ship, awesome LLM apps with both cookbooks open beside you. And the deep end pair, papers and math, only when a problem sends you there. That is 800 and 2,000 stars of free education in the order that actually works. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. If you want this whole thing as a PDF, all 12 repos, the exact order, the entry lessons, and the skip flags, comment the word STARMAP, that is STARMAP, one word, and I will send you the full curriculum map free. If you want the complete playbooks, my 4 paid beginner guides are linked below. And I'm on Instagram daily with builds like this one. See you in the next one.